What's happening, y'all? So, a little different today. Doing a little combination here of voiceover, meal prep, and training vlog. We are 4 weeks out from the show, and we are 2 pounds away from last show stage weight being bigger, leaner, and fuller. Super happy about that. So weighing in at 178, fasted in the morning. Got the results, or got the feedback from the coach that just, we'll see if we're going to do our, what we've been doing for the past 2 weeks is having 2 protein-only days, and then obviously checking in on the high day. So we're gonna see. I checked in again today. Today's Tuesday. I checked in again this morning, and we're gonna take it from there if we're gonna do it again or not. I'm probably gonna do it again just because it works so well, especially with how I retain water. So we'll get that feedback soon. Hopefully later tonight. If I don't, not a big deal. Tomorrow, Wednesday or Thursday, getting that feedback's not too big of a deal because, again, my high days are on Saturday. Got the updates actually from the coach, and yeah, so we're gonna run 2 protein days only. Tomorrow and Friday. Gonna check in on Saturday, see how we're looking. Obviously that's a normal check-in day, and then checking the day after, see how the high day treated me. So, but regardless, I'm super happy where things are going. You know, and I think the depletion part is just gonna be that much better. The look is going to be better. Everything's just going to feel better too, so I'm super happy. But today's leg and bicep day, the training itself was fine, like the training portion, but then all of a sudden, like I just got real nauseous. As soon as I started doing cardio. I don't know why. It was like a late onset kind of nausea. It's just super weird. I don't know why it happened like that, but it did. And like I usually do like a 5% incline, and anywhere from a 2 point. I start at 2.5, and I ramp up to 3. But I started doing that, and like probably 3 or 4 minutes in, just started kicking in. Like I was getting nauseous, my throat was burning. I was like, what the fuck's going on? So, I mean, I'm not a pussy, so I didn't stop, right? I kept going. But what I did do is I just slowed everything down. I put the incline down to 0. I slowed down my cardio, and finished it off that way through the whole way, and I just felt nauseous all the way home afterwards. Alright, training's done, doing 30 minutes cardio. Nausea's kind of gone down, so hopefully it's somewhat fully digested. I don't know. All I know is there's no nausea anymore. I don't have that like thick spit you get when you're about to throw up. Like that was happening all throughout. I think it really started the last set, the machine incline. So like the first fucking exercise started in the last set of there, and just kind of get progressively worse. It was the worst during dumbbell inclines, so that's kind of dangerous. Feeling better now, so the rest of this cardio I can push it. I'm gonna wait till about 25 minutes and see how I'm doing. Then I'm gonna push it up, go to my incline, go to about 5, and probably ramp up to 3 like I was talking about. I mean, besides the nausea, all in all, today's session was pretty good. Got some real good contractions out of the chest, so I'm happy about that. So it was really weird. I don't know what happened. I mean, nothing really changed in the diet this morning. You know, I usually just have my grits in the morning. Nothing too special that I put in there, so I just don't know why it happened, but nevertheless it did. My girl did give me baking soda to drink down. That helped a lot. I mean, it calmed the stomach down. So I'm home today from work, you know, responding to emails and whatnot, but yeah, for a while there, like, I was just not feeling great at all. But we're good now. I'm just monitoring ahead. A post-workout meal kept it down, so that's at least good news there. But I didn't want to get all the way to work and then start feeling like that again, because I do work an hour away. So even being on the road, if I was going to start feeling like that again, it wouldn't be good. So took the precautions, told the boss, like, man, I feel like I'm going to throw up. So it is what it is. I've got an understanding workplace, which is more than what a lot of people can say. So I'm forever grateful. But again, you know, I still a good employee, still accessing emails and emailing people today. So taking advantage of feeling better for now, and meal prepping here. We're gonna grill this after I'm done prepping it. It's about 9 o'clock, so it's not gonna be too hot. If I was gonna go to work, I was gonna do this when I got home. That would have been annoying, but it would have to be done. But now I can do it now, so it is what it is. So I think I've done a prep video with you guys, or maybe I've only done like actually cooking it, but this is actually how I prep my chicken every week. I cut all the fat off, all the excess off, and then I fillet them. It just makes it easier to cook. And then what I have in the bowl is a mixture of Cajun seasoning, ground cumin. You've probably never seen it before, but this Bragg's nutritional yeast. It gives everything more of a depth, and it's really good. This one's cheese flavored. They have other ones I think that are plain, but this one's really good for, I'm going to try it tomorrow on my grits. I tried it this morning, but I also had this new salt in there, and it was just way too deep, way too salty. Salty flavor, because new salt is not salt, it is sodium chloride. So I just I'm gonna try it without it. I'm sure it'll be better, but you know, those are the kind of things that help with water retention for me. I know a lot of people don't have that problem. It's not really a problem that a lot of people have, you know, the hyperaldosteronism. You know, very select few people have it, and it just makes prep a little bit harder. But nevertheless, we still try it, we still find what works, and I think over these past few shows, me and my coaches really found out you know, what works for me. And what works is, you know, staying tighter in the off season, controlling the sodium intake to a bare minimum. I know that goes against a lot of what you've probably heard from pro bodybuilders and whatnot. You know, salt's important, you gotta have your salt. Well, some people cannot do that. Very select people cannot do that. And trust me, I like salt just as much as the next guy. I used to pound salt on things, and you know, it's no wonder I couldn't, you know, get lean enough. It's not like I didn't diet hard. It's not like I didn't follow the diet. You know, it's just the condition. And I don't let it be a crutch. You know, I find ways around it. So, that is the way around it. And, you know, it's not like anything I miss. You know, if I don't have salt, it's not the end of the world. Sorry, this is very juicy. Come on. God damn it. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. New salt is just as good. Still got that salt taste. The chloride helps. And it's just made prep a lot easier. Especially with like looking on labels with different spices and whatnot. You don't realize, like, you know, like Montreal's you know, seasoning. A lot of sodium in that. You know, just regular seasoned salt, a lot of sodium in that. So really just had to go back to the drawing board and really figure out what I could use. And this combination of seasonings here still, you know, produces a very flavorful chicken, you know, without sacrificing the enjoyment of eating. Because I love to eat. I love food. I love combinations of food. I love making different weird combinations of food. I just like to eat. You know, it just brings satisfaction to my brain. So yeah, just long-winded explanation of this is what works for me. Might not work for you. You might be able to tolerate salt without an issue, but you know, for the ones I can't, you know, this is a way around it. So hopefully, if you're one of those people, one of the gifted people, then that's a way around it. All right, so one pack done. What I do is I like to do these in packs, so it's just not overwhelming. And then I will dump mustard in there for the base, and put some more in there, because, and really there's a lot that like gets trapped in here too. You know, it's funny, I used to hate mustard. Really, like when I was a kid, just because, you know, god damn, sorry, just because ketchup, you know, like if you're eating a hot dog, like as a kid, at least for me, my go-to wasn't mustard, it was ketchup. It's sweeter, tastes better, it's got sugar in it. Who wouldn't want that? What kid in the 90s wouldn't want that? So there we go. But as I got older, especially within bodybuilding, I grew to like it. You know, it was just started, my palate just changed, really, and started to enjoy it more. And then when I found out about all this stuff like Kardashianism, I was like, okay, let's really overuse this to my advantage. And now it's just a regular thing that I buy, you know, instead of the ketchups, the barbecue sauces, you know, I get this stuff. Now, in the off season, I'll use a little bit more barbecue sauce, the no sugar added, but I'm not using it all the time. Like, I use it sparingly. I'm not using it on every meal every single week, but, you know, I'll use it here and there, or maybe like on a homemade cheat meal, I'll use it, you know, just to have a little break. But other than that, it's pretty controlled, you know? I'm not going crazy. There we go. That's perfect. Good base there. And then we're gonna do another one. Actually, no, we'll put the chicken on top first. And then do that. Alright. Let's put all these remnants in here. Bing, bang. 5 big booms. Just kidding, those 3. So one thing that I really don't do on this channel, which, you know, I think if I have more talking videos such as this, where it's half training, half prepping or whatever, I don't really talk about bodybuilding news. I watch a lot of it. But yeah, I think I might start that. Not like, you know, having a separate playlist of it or anything like that, but, you know, just as I'm doing shit, I might want to start doing that. You know, because a lot of shit has been happening. I mean, you know, just within the last few weeks, I mean, what we almost lost the king, right? I mean, that was crazy. Scary. I mean, you think, you know, your heroes will live forever, even if they're in a less champion-like state of being, like they were in their heyday. You know, you still think, you know, they're going to be around, and you'll meet them eventually. But yeah, I mean, there's some scary stuff there with that sepsis. It just creeps up on people, and glad he made it out. You know, I mean, leave it to Ronnie Coleman to fucking get sepsis and in a week come back out. That's just craziness. But I mean, it's probably just his genetics, man. He's just always and will be a genetic freak, no matter how big or, you know, not big he is. Because I think he's still pretty fucking big, even with crutches. So, but no, glad he is doing well. And then, what was it, Fuad Abiad, you know, from bodybuilding and bollocks and bro chat, got in a very horrific motorcycle accident. That was, I mean, hearing the accident and what he went through, I mean, he's lucky to be alive. You know, I mean, crashing into a rock ravine. It's a good thing he had a helmet on. You know, let's just say that. That's another reason why, or that is a reason why I have never really wanted a motorcycle. Like, I've always played with the idea. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, you know what? I got too much to live for. And I, you know, not to say that Fuad doesn't. But for me personally, you know, I have too much to live for to be risking my life on something that's not secure, like a motorcycle going 70, 80 miles an hour. You don't even have to go that far, you go that fast. But yeah, it's like that, and like a waste of money of tattoos. Like, I don't have any tattoos. I know this is going down a rabbit hole, but I mean, I've always played with the idea of getting a tattoo, but I don't know, it just always seemed like a waste of money to me. It's cool, I mean, they look awesome, but you know, the maintenance, the time, the money, you know, I could be doing other stuff. I do other things with my money besides that. Especially now being in bodybuilding, I have plenty of things to spend my money on. You know, maybe when I am a little bit better off here and not, you know, living in 2025 with these insane price hikes of gosh darn everything. Maybe that's a possibility, but who knows? It's not on the forefront. But anywho, but yeah, no, but Fuad is on the mend, it seems, and he is recovering. as best as he can. So good to see him up and alive and moving, because that would have sucked too, man. I mean, he's a big I wouldn't say influencer, but a big personality, whether he thinks so or not, in the bodybuilding world and community, with what he's been able to do with bro chat, and just even the Detroit Pro. I mean, I hear it all the time from different bodybuilding channels, how the Detroit Pro is one of the best ran pro shows that we have right now, just because, Fuad and the team, a lot of them were bodybuilders, and a lot of them are business people, so they know both sides. They know the business, and they know how to treat athletes well. So, I think from athletes and just from spectators, I think a lot of people unanimously love to see that show, and I love to see it sometime too. I'd love to compete there sometime. So, need you around, Fuad. Need you around, bud. So, and that's super late, I know. But, it's just something I've been toying around with in my head with, maybe be cool to talk about it, other than just talk about me, have some other variety within bodybuilding. Maybe talk about other things that aren't related to bodybuilding. So, I'll start bringing that into the channel and let you guys know that I am more than just a bodybuilder. Alright. Now onto the boring shit. Gonna hit calves on only 1 or 2 machines that I like. Still really feeling nauseous right now. Burping is helping, but it still sucks to feel this throughout your workout. So we're gonna take the approach that the volume of medications or vitamins and pills needs to come down, and take it from there. So let's set up. Alright. And I'm just going to use the rest of this. We'll get more this weekend. And we'll get some what I've been using a lot lately. I've been using a lot of the heirloom tomatoes in my meals, just for some depth, just to, well, not depth, but density in the food, so I can feel a little fuller. And it's been helping. It's been helping a lot. Between that and these shishito peppers, and I do some salads, or I do some iceberg lettuce sometimes. It really helps with keeping full and not having so much craving. Not having so many cravings. So we're gonna pick some of that up. Actually, my girl's gonna go to the farmer's market today and pick that up, so we have it. And then over the weekend, probably get some more, and get some more seasoning here. Looking fantastic. We're going to get things ready. Ooh, whoops. Not that my daughter make a new one. It was a bracelet she made. I didn't realize it was getting disgusting. But yeah, we're gonna take this outside, grill that shit, cut it up, and put it in the container. So, be back soon. There's crows in the background. Alright. Well, that was, ended pretty good. I mean, it started really good. Then in the middle there, it kind of sucked. Just with the nausea, but like I said, it's past now, so it's always a good thing. I'm gonna, do my usual, head home, get ready for work, and prepare for the next couple days. Shouldn't be too bad. You know, I'm about used to it now. I did kind of incorporate kind of an MMA style kind of water cut, which helped, I think, a lot. But I think I'm gonna only do about half of that. Basically, I was putting a sauna suit on right after work, traveling to the gym, so I'm sweating on the way profusely. You know, I would, this is, you know, after work. In the morning, I would have already done my workout, so I'm not working out with the sauna suit. But I would work out in the morning, go to work, whatever, and then come here with the sauna suit on, do cardio for 25 minutes, do 20 minutes of the sauna. That really helped. And then I go home and take an Epsom salt bath. So may or may not incorporate that, but we'll see. It did help, but maybe only do that on Friday. So yeah, we'll carry it on like we always do and keep trucking. As always, it's been real. Comment, like, subscribe, share it to all your friends. Missing something. I don't know. Comment, like, subscribe. Turn on those notifications. There it is. Do all that shit. Peace.